I think made a really good point with that too. It's like, yeah, is AI sexy? Yeah. And I think sometimes it's sexy for the wrong reasons, right? Like you don't want to go chasing after it for the wrong reasons where, I see a lot of these different things out there that'll be like, we'll call all your leads for you with an AI voice. And trust me, nothing bad can happen with that. I'm like, there's a lot of bad that can happen with things like that. Right. Like, let's not have another NAR. Let's not have another lawsuit on our hands, like doing some of these different strategies, like that's where it's like, AI shouldn't replace the human. Like, I don't believe AI should replace the human connection. Because, like, if you look at the grand scale of things, there's team human versus team replace human. There's a lot of people in the AI space that are quite literally trying to replace the humans and how they work and how they operate with AI and robotics. And then there's another team, which is team human, which believes AI is actually here to enhance our ability to do more work, get more done in less time, and to actually become more human and spend less time behind a computer and more time communicating with clients. So I think you nailed it when you said efficiencies is where you really
Yeah.
should be looking at where AI can help you out.
Yeah, and I think too, Nick, you said something there around, really helping offset, or I don't know about replace or complement a lot of people's frustrations and things that they really just don't like to do, right? Like you said it around, the whole conversational piece. I know, tools like YLopo incorporate kind of the feel, the conversation. I know, a couple, AI people making promises. It's really, really hard, but you're cutting your teeth into the real estate space, really out making phone calls and reaching out to the end consumer. And so, the telephone game, and
Oh
the
yeah.
telephone game at a high level. And so where do you see, that kind of component with AI really stepping in, like you said, human factor or not, but like where do you see that kind of intertwining into what depths and really what trust, right? The in person on the end of the phone is like, am I talking to a real human, or am I talking to something that's not human? Like, what is going on here?
It's tough because, like, especially the outbound, and this is where it gets here's what I like. I think like big picture, depth of vision with how this works. Imagine if every company in the world was allowed to do outbound AI calling. Your phone would not stop ringing, right? Like, because every company that you've ever given your phone number to would just be calling you 24/7 and your phone would not stop ringing. Beyond all that, too, it's look, I get it. AI is it's pretty damn smart. It works 125,000 times faster than the human brain, above all else. But are you going to put your license and all these fees on the line just because you can't pick up the damn phone? Like, that's
Yeah.
my viewpoint on it. And some people are like, well, I only use it for inbound calls. And I'm like, wait, so you have people calling you to work with you, and that's not worth your time or
Right.
hiring someone to take that time? So I'm pretty against AI calling. I will say that. I'm pretty against it. Legality purposes, because I think there's going to be some big lawsuits and things that come with that. But on top of that, too, is especially if you have inbound leads that are asking and requiring your services, pick up the phone, be a human. Don't use AI to replace the human connection. That's what makes good agents. That's what makes rapport. So for me, it's yeah. Are there ways that you can utilize it? Yes. Over the phone, I do not believe is one of them.
Do you see really where, and just because I know this is a weakness for a lot of real estate agents, especially, um, you know, more on the hunter versus the gatherer, the
Yeah.
nurture, the farmer, hey, I got to go kill, I got to go hunt, I got to go get that commission check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I do have a lot of opportunities in my pipeline, but man, they're just not ready to do something right now. So I
Yeah.
just need to focus on the right now. Do you see where AI would be a tremendous solution? I mean, I know there's a lot of it there, but to what level could we take it even further to help nurture and not let things fall through the cracks? Because I mean, that long-term nurture pipeline, I mean, there's so much money that falls through the cracks. I mean,
Yeah.
the lesson that we learned, back in the brokerage in Texas, I think it was about $1.7 million to the company in a
Wow.
12-month span that we lost out on because we didn't have great follow-up in place. And I'm with you. Everything needs to lead to a conversation, but do you think the AI really can get to a level to really help you identify who's the best, who's the hottest, and really where you need to pay attention to, but also help nurture and bubble along to that point?
Yeah, I think it absolutely can. There's a lot of different things even going into, identifying what are the buyer behaviors. And there's great places. I know Fellow is one of them that does a great job at really identifying the seller leads, where they're at in the process, using the AI in the back end to really help identify the leads, where they're at in the process more. And I think this is where I think AI, people almost have this grand vision for what they think it can do. And I'm going to tell you right now, like, there are so many amazing things about AI. Well, I was planning on coming to this later, but like, AI can literally think now. This is freaking amazing. Like, it's gone on to level 2 generative AI because of Project Strawberry and what they just dropped with Chat GPT, where AI literally thinks in probabilities now. That's freaking exciting, because that's very close to how us as humans think, right? Based on our past experiences, based on our personality type and the situation, we think in probabilities, and then we answer questions. That's how AI is thinking. And as amazing as that is, I still believe that people want AI to do their job for them, but then not have it replace them. I'm like, oh, you can't do that. So can it help you identify who are hotter leads? Yes. Can it help you create campaigns, follow-up campaigns, and do things along those lines? Absolutely. But it's not going to pick, like, I know that's not the question you're asking, but I feel like this is where a lot of people are going, where how can I have AI just have the hottest leads call me and nobody else? Doesn't really work like that. You still got to put in the work. If you want to work more efficiently, it'll save you a lot of time. I think that's where people should really look for AI, is how can I take what I'm already doing and input AI into these places to save a lot of time, become more human, is the way I like to say it.
No, I agree wholeheartedly there. It's just, people are inherently just lazy. And so, how are they going to try to cut corners and be lazy with this, that, knowing that if I am a little more aggressive, if I am a little more out of my toes, if I am putting in a little bit more work, I agree with you. How can it help me accelerate? How can it help me go faster instead of, sitting back and trying not to do anything and have it all automated? I don't think we're there, and I don't know when and if we will get there to that point.